Welcome everyone to State of the Game for the 23rd of March. So for the people who are asking about the invisibility glitch that has run rampant the week past, that we deployed a fix for today. If you've been around in the past 24 hours reading forums and that sort of thing, last night we had a fix, but we weren't sure, well, we then found out that late yesterday evening that there may have been issues had we deployed that fix. Looking at it this morning, we found that that wasn't the case, so we managed to extend the maintenance by an hour to get that fix out, because as you guys know, it was pretty game-breaking. So that fix was deployed today. Ninja Bike Backpack needs to go. I don't think it needs to go. I think definitely, as you guys know, I did see on Reddit that someone found a clip of me getting a Ninja Bike Backpack and immediately deconstructing it. That is legitimately how I feel about the bag right now. It's not great. Yes, it does need to change. So a lot of people are proposing lots of different things. Right now, there isn't really much incentive to use it. When I say much, there's like one edge case where you would probably use a Ninja Bike Backpack if you found something in the dark zone and you happened to have one in your bag, you know, that you wanted to keep. But you know, I would still hold on to it, because if it does receive changes, you probably don't want to have to kick yourself should it receive changes. I'm not confirming anything, but always a good idea to hold on to things that may get fixed in the future. Because yes, Ninja Bike Backpack, I agree with you guys, there's not really a reason to use it now. All right, so I see a lot of people asking about seekers. So we're going to talk about a few things, well, when I say we, I, and I'll also listen to you. So there are a few things coming up. Obviously, we've talked about it before. There's going to be 1.7 and another update later in the year. But before then, there's going to be a bug fixing focused update. So there are some things that have to happen in a client patch, right? So this bug fixing patch is the one I'm talking about specifically right now. Medkits specifically, we can do that server side. So I was talking to some people before. There will be some medkit changes coming to make them better. Right now, they aren't working that great. I think everyone can agree on that, and it's kind of forcing people into using mask talents that maybe don't add too much other than that. But so medkit changes should come before. I don't have a date for those yet. They should come before the next client patch. But in the next client patch, we're obviously looking at quite a few things. We talked about some changes to Nimble that could be looked at and will be looked at. So right now, the way Nimble works, if you aren't using it, is you get 2% of your health back per meter covered to cover, and you get it instantly when you reach that point, when you enter the cover. What we are looking at doing is, I wouldn't actually call it a Nimble Nerf in terms of healing value. So we're looking at changing the healing from Nimble to a heal over time. So what will happen is, I mean, the best way to explain it is an example. Like, I go from this point to that point, cover to cover. Then when I hit the cover, I will get a heal over time for 4 seconds. So, and every second you'll get a 0.5% tick of that. You need to stay in that cover for the 4 seconds, your destination cover, but you still will receive the full heal. Okay? That's what we're looking at doing right now. So stagger has obviously been a thing. So particularly as it pertains to the airburst mod on Seekers, one of the things we're looking at doing for the airburst Seekers in the next client patch will be removing stagger entirely from it. So the stagger component will be removed completely from airburst, firstly. Secondly, what we will do is take some of that front-loaded damage. So the initial explosion of the airburst mine will be brought down, but the damage over time from the fire effect will be brought up. So your total damage done should remain the same, but less of it in the front portion of the damage. So it gives people some opportunity to react to that damage coming in, whether it be a med kit to get rid of the fire effect, being able to pop a first aid since you will still be alive and not insta-killed, that sort of thing. When's the Seeker nerf coming? So the changes to the Seeker mine will be happening in the next client patch. We don't have a date for that yet, but we will let you know when that happens. So stagger as it pertains to weapons is the next kind of thing I wanted to talk about. So the SASG is something that people have been complaining about. Maybe, it's not the only thing that causes stagger in the weapon family, but it is one of the things that causes the most stagger and is impacting people the most, especially because of its high fire rate. So you're always like going a bit crazy. Stagger on all weapons will be reduced in the next client patch is what we are looking at. We agree that stagger across all weapons, SVDs, Heron 79 mentions as well, they stagger too much. So in the next client patch, people should experience less stagger. Here's the thing. For the next client patch, we will be doing a PTS as well. That specific PTS for the next client patch, which comes before 1.7, will be PC only for that time. We did say that 1.7 will be on console PTS as well, but I just wanted you guys to know that the patch that comes before that, the next client patch, which is a bug fixing focused one, there will be a PTS for that, but that one will be PC only. And then the console PTS for the bigger update for 1.7, and that PTS will be on PC, Xbox, and PS4. Oh, extended mags. Okay, so this one I find very interesting. So we talked about it last time. There are some legacy mags that roll or have been rolled at above the maximum for level 34 extended mags. That seems weird, and we agree. So what will happen in the next client patch? Well, I mean, you'll experience this in the PTS first. Those legacy mags will be brought down to their level 32 counterparts. So brought down. So you'll have level 32s where they should be, 33s where they should be, and newly rolled or found or dropped level 34 mags will be always above those. So the max for level 34 extended mags will be 121%. Spawning in Last Stand, we've noticed and heard a lot of reports of people spawn camping and not really having a way to combat that. What we're looking at is improvements to the spawning system in Last Stand. So if you are getting spawn camped, you have some more options of where you can spawn to kind of get around those things. For people who are using macros and mouse wheels or other things on consoles to fire and kind of reach above intended RPM, we are addressing that in the next client patch. So the RPM max limit is brought to a more realistic level. That will affect people using a lot of burst fire MP5s and that sort of thing right now. But we want to make sure that it's not done in a cheesy way, because right now we see a lot of people using them in unintended fashions. So I'm excited about that one too. People always ask, I don't know why Peter, are you doing State of the Game today? Here's what we should agree to. If we don't say anything, State of the Game will always be at this time every Thursday. So you don't need to wait for an announcement like State of the Game happens today. Assume it happens at this time. If we aren't doing one, or it gets delayed, or we switch days, which doesn't often happen, we will let you know. But you can always set your clocks every week for this time. It's important. All right? Okay. I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.